we're downtown at Nordstrom flagship store in Portland, Oregon, and we're educating Nordstrom customers about the sale of fur. Our goal is to get Nordstrom to be the first major upscale department store to totally give up fur. It's been interesting because Blake Nordstrom is not your typical CEO of a corporation. He's actually willing to pick up the phone and talk to us. We've had lots of conversations. I've personally had lots of conversations with Blake Nordstrom, and they've made some progress in the area of fur. The Nordstrom family won't even wear fur themselves for ethical reasons. I convinced Blake to watch a video that I shot on an Illinois fur farm, and he actually sat his whole family down and watched it, and he was appalled by the conditions for animals and the treatment of animals. Our conversations as of late have been somewhat circular. You know, he keeps repeating the same thing, which is he thinks his customers want him to sell fur, and I think he's really got a blind spot in this area. His personal ethics are not really in line with his business practices. They removed all the fur from their own line of clothing, but they still carry fur in some of the designers that they carry, and they claim that it's because their customers want it. And what we find out on the street talking to their customers is that most of their customers are compassionate about this issue, and a lot of them don't even realize Nordstrom still sells fur. So our goal here is to educate those Nordstrom customers who don't really know about the brutality of the fur industry, and to get those compassionate customers to go and speak up and to ask, talk to managers, talk to Blake himself, email him, and ask this company to stop selling fur. We have activists all over the country who are leafleting just like we are here. In Seattle at their flagship store, their main store, which is their headquarters, all the way up and down the coast in LA, San Francisco, and across the country. And one thing that's very positive about this campaign is that Nordstrom is a company that listens to their customers. They have a very long reputation of being very, very customer oriented, and they do want to make their customers happy. It's their number one goal, and so we really feel strongly that with enough pressure from their own customers, they will make the right choice, and they will lead the way among their competitors like Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus to go for free. They long ago got rid of the fur salons in their stores, and then most recently they stopped selling fur on the Nordstrom line of clothing, but they still carry some fur and fur trim from designers that they carry in their store. Some people don't even realize they sell fur. We're letting them know that Nordstrom still carries fur. We're letting them know that the Nordstrom family won't wear fur themselves, and they want to hear from their customers, because we know that's the fact. And we're hoping that as many customers will go in, talk to a manager, take one of these cards. There's an email right on the back, Blake Nordstrom's email and his corporate phone number, and they can reach him in his office. He actually picks up his phone. Educate yourself about the fur industry if you don't already know. It's a brutal industry. These animals on fur farms, they lead miserable lives. They're trapped in tiny cages. They're going crazy. At the end, they're killed in horrific ways, including anal electrocution and crude gassing and clubbing. Animals that are trapped for their fur in the wild suffer for days before before anyone comes to get them, and I think that there's just no excuse for fur. So if you don't know about this, check it out, look online, and send Blake a message. His email is Blake, BLAKE .Nordstrom, NORSTROM at Nordstrom.com.
You don't have to live this way. You don't